First, I hope you guys enjoyed your 2 hour delay and the Monday off. So this is the last part of our notes for Unit 7. We are talking about the two words that you guys going to be seeing. One is angle of elevation and depression. You'll be able to solve problem involving angle of elevation and angle of depression. The word itself, elevate, is to go up or to look up, right? And depression is to look down. And the angle being created here is what we're talking about when you are, and then when we're talking about elevation, this is the angle we're talking about. So I will explain that in detail as we go through the problem. So the first one is angle of elevation. An angle of elevation is an angle between the observer eye. Let me write it. Right, it's an angle of elevation is an angle between an observer eye and a line of sight when the observer is looking upward. So as you guys can see it, the person is standing right here, right? You guys can see this person. And when this person is looking up, it creates an angle with this horizontal line. Okay, so this angle is called angle of elevation, because a lot of times if they don't give you the picture and where the angle is, but they say, oh, the angle of elevation is this, you got to put it in here. So this is the first example we have. Every time you are given this kind of word problem, just draw your right triangles. Okay, so just go ahead and draw a right triangle. Right, so this is my right triangle, and then I will label the angles based on what is given, right? So in this case it says the angle of elevation from point A, so I'm gonna put point A here, to the top of the cliff is 34 degrees. So this is where 34 degrees goes. Okay, this is gonna be the cliff, whatever the cliff look like, you know, in your mind. A point A is 1,000 feet from the base of the cliff. So this is the bottom of the cliff. So if this is the cliff, then this is 1,000 feet. Okay, let me put away from it. So why put 1,000 here? Okay, the question is how far high is the cliff? So my X goes right here. Okay, and that's basically what it is. Based reading the word problem, you guys coming up with the picture to represent it. To be able to solve it, of course, you go back to your trig ratio. So every time you're given a problem that involves trig, which is a right triangle, you circle the angle, and then based on this angle, you label. So this is the opposite side, and then this is the adjacent side, right? Which trig ratio has OA? Good job, tangent. So you're going to say tangent of 34 is opposite is going to be your X. Adjacent is going to be 1,000. Okay, and then you put 1 here, and then you cross multiply and you solve it. And that's what you have to do. The second one is, so I'm going to continue, the bell just rung. Angle of depression. Okay, angle of depression is when an angle of depression is the angle between the observer's eye, right? When the observer is looking down, okay? When he's looking down. So if the person is standing here, this is the horizontal distance. When he is looking down, there is an angle being created right here. That's an angle of depression. The good thing is elevation is here, right? Depression is here. They are both alternate interior angles, so they're going to be equal to each other. So that's the benefit of it. So here you go, and I'm going to draw another right triangle here. So go to my right triangles and just draw a right triangle, right? And then based on what they gave me, there would be a line here, right? Because that's where the angle of depression is being created. So the angle of depression from the top of 80-foot building, so this is the 80-foot building, the angle of depression is this angle to building to point A on the ground, this is A, is 42. How far is the building from point A? So since this is the building, this is going to be your X. So the good thing, knowing that elevation depression is the same, this is 42. This would be 42. And all I have to do is circle the angle and then label. So this is the opposite side. This is the adjacent side. And again, OA is tangent, right? So I'm going to say tangent 42 is opposite over adjacent. So you put 1 here, and then that's it. So this is basically what the two definition is. If you go to the next page, it talks about different problems. So I'll just put the triangles first. So a surfer is riding a 7-foot wave. So the wave is 7 foot. I need a pen. Sorry about that. So an angle of depression from the surfer to the shoreline is 10 degrees. That means I'm going to draw a line here, and this is 10. What is the distance of the surfer to the shoreline? So the surfer is right here, right? He's riding his wave, which is 7 foot tall. So we want to know what this is. So 10 is here. So you put 10 here. Circle this side, opposite over hypotenuse. So that's going to be what? Sine. So I'm going to put sine of 10, and its opposite is 7, hypotenuse x. Okay? Then we cross multiply and solve. All right, you guys continue to do the rest of the problem. I'll see you in class.